Listen, every business needs to have a direct sales team in order to push your product or service out. I believe that if you are coming up with any pricing for your service or for your product, you need to figure out, what if you ever outsource your product or service to either a direct salesperson or a direct sales company? What would I pay for that? And include that into your pricing now. Because what you have to start thinking about it as an entrepreneur is how to scale your business. And the reality of the matter is, a lot of that is probably not coming from you, right? You got to figure out how to get somebody that is actively outside every single day, pushing your product, pushing your service. They're getting paid good now because they're getting the customers, right? They're doing the things that you probably either don't have the time to do or probably don't want to do, right? But they're doing it, right? This is something that I tell entrepreneurs all the time that you're going to have to focus on. I believe direct sales is the number one way of pushing your product and pushing your service out there, because number one, it doesn't cost you much money at all to go communicate with somebody about anything that you're selling, right? I could walk up to anybody. If I only need to sell my shirt right now, somebody within this radius will probably buy it just by me walking up to them and just pitching it, right? And they would do the same thing for your product or service. But the thing that you don't focus on is you focus more of your attention on making it perfect and making it look good. And these are all very important things, but you don't really have a plan and a strategy of sales. And I think the direct sales is one aspect. I know we have the online sales too. That's a very big aspect, but I'm in the direct sales world, so I'm gonna talk about that, right? Direct sales is one of those aspects. I employ people throughout the country to do sales for Fortune 500 companies. So pretty much, you know, my guys, what they do is they represent these mega companies and they go get their customers. But think about it. Those mega companies are mega because they are smart enough to hire a bunch of salespeople all around the country. Without the sales force, they are no longer Fortune 100, Fortune 500, Fortune 1000, Fortune 5000. They're no longer that. They keep going backwards in it. The reason why they are, consistently becoming big and getting better is because they get employees or get contractors or get salespeople throughout a country, and they literally just say, here goes this product, here goes this nice iPhone or whatever, I need you to push this thing off. I was telling people all the time, the reason why Steve Jobs created more Apple stores is because he himself could not sell all the stores, all the products himself, right? Like, that's the only purpose of an Apple store, because I can't sell it all by myself, but I need to hire a bunch of direct sales. Remember, people that work in stores are direct salespeople, right? So I need to hire a bunch of direct salespeople all throughout the world that's going to sell this thing for me. And the more of that I have is the more money that I keep. So every business needs to think from that perspective. Whether or not you have people doing door-to-door, knocking on doors, whether or not you have them doing business to business and going up to the business owners and just talking to them about the product or service, whether or not they're doing table setups, or whether or not they're in the retail stores, you need to have a strategy and a plan, or partner with somebody, or outsource or contract with somebody, people like Table Solutions, to do those type of things, right? So that it can help your product and your service scale to a whole nother level. Direct sales is so important, man. I tell people all the time, without sales, your business cannot thrive. It is impossible, right? It's like without breath, or without air, I cannot breathe or live. Something like that, all right? So that's the same thing with sales. Without sales, your business is also dead.